All right, folks, we're starting off this week with a market that is pumping and a big XRP prediction. You can tell by the thumbnail that, yes, it is a big prediction from BitBoy Crypto. I know that name turns off some folks, but we got to talk about it. A big prediction from BitBoy Crypto that involves XRP and meme coins. You're going to want to stick around for this. I got a full update. Then we're going to talk crypto. It's Ripple Swell Conference week. It's going to be a big one. Make sure you guys stay tuned if you're new here by subscribing, hitting that notification bell. We got updates with you every single day. Let's rock and roll. So starting out here, I wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that we got the XRP Unleashed screening tour coming available. Tickets on sale October 17th on Fruition Productions website. We have November 12th in Scottsdale, Arizona, November 13th in Houston, Texas, November 14th in Atlanta, Georgia, November 15th in Washington, D.C., we're going to be in New York City on November 16th, Boston in November 17th, and LA to finish off the tour on November 19th. November 21st on X and our website, January through February for mainstream streaming platforms. So this is going to be incredible, taking the XRP story viral, and I got confirmation last night from the team that smoking gun evidence that I've been talking about is going to be included. So we'll be watching that closely. Now, into the markets right now, we saw green candles across the board, Bitcoin up, stock market up, everything up besides gold, silver, and oil cooling off. I'll explain why. But we were watching this because last week and all this year, I've been showing you guys that the S&P 500 in this stock market is following along exactly with what happened in 2007. And I said the market peaked out on October 11th, 2007 before it fell 57%. Are we going to be doing something different this time around? Is it truly different this time around? Well, we just got our answer, folks. It is. We just pumped to new all-time highs being set here once again on Monday. Now, because it is Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever you want to call it, I'm still working. I don't know about you guys. I'm still working here. So call it whatever you want, but the bond market is closed, currency market closed, but stock market open, and it opens up with green candles. We're watching this market about to finish off here for the day here shortly. Dow Jones new high, and then for the NASDAQ 100 back up here once again. Now, like I said, gold did come back down here slightly, 2,600. Actually, sorry, I'm going to show you the futures market, better price on that. 31.40 for silver is where we came on down to, and then for gold, we're right there at 2,667, cooling off after earlier in the trading day, we were up to 2,680. We'll be watching it closely here. We have an Israeli official saying we must prepare for an exchange of blows with Iran, which may drag the U.S. into war. A senior Israeli security official warned that Israel is preparing for a significant response against Iran, following reports suggesting Iran might contain a moderate Israeli reaction. Now, this, along with the events back home, World War III, current events impacting us here in the States, all of these reasons, along with weak economic data, if you actually know how to read through it, if you know how to decode the data, then you can read past the headlines and the talking head pundits with their talking points. And you can understand how vulnerable our market is, right? I just showed you guys new all-time highs. We're printing again. This time's different. It's only up from here. In the market rallying this week off the expectations that earnings are going to be great from corporate America. But meanwhile, there's just so many vulnerabilities. It's such a fragile market. And can we truly justify the valuations? I don't think that we can. And we got significant threats to consider as well. Brics says it has reached a very good agreement to settle international trade with national currencies. So what's happening right now is the finance ministers, this is the head of Iran's central bank right here, meeting before the big meeting. I forget the dates on that one, but basically this is the meeting before the meeting on the money, on the finance ministers. From Finextra, Russia urges urges BRICS countries to develop cross-border alternative to SWIFT. Now, when you read this article right here from Finextra, this is all speaking in the XRP lingo that we know so well, right? And you're starting to see BRICS members include Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, the original group, right? Now we got Iran, the United Arab Emirates, that's the UAE, Ethiopia, and Egypt. Now, recall, I made the playlist here on my YouTube channel, Brics Loves XRP, because XRP settlement is happening in Brazil right now. On-demand liquidity is live. Russia already tested XRP. They loved it. India, XRP on-demand liquidity is live. China, well, they sent their central bankers to Ripple, but we don't have any further confirmations. Some flows into China are questionable right now, but we expect that corridor to open up here soon as well. South Africa, I'm not aware, but what I do know is that the partnership with MFS Africa, they changed their name, but that was a partnership that expanded Ripple into 40 plus African nations. I'm not sure if that includes South Africa, but for the African continent, we have corridors in over 40 plus countries there. Iran, we don't have activity there yet. The United Arab Emirates, we have fired it up and it is flowing in there. You bet. Middle East, North Africa region exploding. That includes Egypt. Ethiopia, Iran, and China are really the only ones that we haven't seen any sort of testing, any sort of relationship. But in Russia, Brazil, India, we've seen UAE, they're firing it up big time. Egypt, they love it. Now, this was put out by the Russian finance minister. The Bank of Russia and Moscow-based consultancy Yakov and Partners floats the development of a network of correspondent banks to conduct cross-border transactions in local currencies, the establishment of direct links between central banks, the creation of centers for mutual trade in commodities, and the use of distributed ledger technology or a new multinational platform for settlement with tokens. Gee, I wonder what that could be. I wonder if there already is a solution that's turnkey, ready to go. Flip the switch. Let's get it started. The new system would ring-fence its participants from any external pressures such as extraterritorial sanctions. Let's get it done. We know we have the solution. Let's do it. Now, in regards to what these countries are doing, they're having to move forward with a program faster than we are in the United States because they don't have the privilege of the reserve currency status. When we look at these nations, they're having to reset, readjust, revalue. Zimbabwe trying to back their currency by gold. Nobody trusts them, though. You can't redeem their dollar for gold, so nobody trusts you, right? And the problem is that all these central bankers are losing credibility around the world. What China's doing in response here, massive stimulus. China considering issuing up to 6 trillion yuan of bonds to fund aggressive economic stimulus. So it's not just a few $100 billion there, a couple $100 billion there that's already been announced in stimulus. It's not just saying, hey, if you have a mortgage with this bank, your mortgage interest rates just dropped by 1 full percent. That was just the start. Now they're looking at issuing 6 trillion of bonds to continue with basically a really aggressive economic stimulus to come in and save the day. Now, why is the market up today? Stocks rise as earnings set to kick into high gear, markets wrap. This is from Bloomberg. Analysts see S&P 500 firms posting 4.3% profit growth. Yeah, that's from Business Insider. Treasury cash trading is closed Monday for a U.S. holiday. So no trading of the T-bills or the bonds. Stocks taking advantage of that, and they are pumping back up here today. So basically, this is all, or that was Bloomberg Intelligence. Yeah, Bloomberg Intelligence. Yeah, sure. And we scroll on down here, and you kind of just see that this all comes down to we got earnings from JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo on Friday. Now we're going to be watching Netflix, JP Hunt Transfer Services, amongst many others that are going to be reporting earnings this week. We maintain our positive outlook for U.S. equities, supported by healthy economic and profit growth, the Fed easing cycle, and AI's growth story. While valuations are high, we think they are reasonable against the favorable backdrop. That is Salida Marcelli at UBS Global Wealth Management. So that's where they're at, market pumping back up. Like I said, I think that this market is so fragile, so vulnerable, but for the time being, they're enjoying it, and we'll see who gets the last laugh. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about these markets right now, in particular the stock market at an all-time high. Crypto, let's talk about it, because that's what we want to see next, right, as our crypto start to move, and it moved today. Kamala Harris campaign says she will ensure crypto investors, quote, benefit from a regulatory framework so that black men and others in this market are protected. So this came out here today. This is the Kamala Harris official crypto campaign with a focus, well, you guys see it. You guys can read it for yourself. Eleanor Terrett reporting here from The Block. It is perplexing that the Harris-Walz policy team opted not to meet with diverse leaders in crypto, but instead is rolling out a policy that narrowly frames crypto around black men only and proposes a regulatory framework limiting black men to consumers instead of producers, C. Messi said in a statement to the block. And that would be Cleve Messidor. So, folks are scratching their head at this one of many policy decisions, frameworks, policies that have been laid out by this campaign that has us scratching our head wondering what is going on. And I think that this is once again embarrassing on behalf of all Americans that we would have somebody throwing out such ridiculous things and now using our crypto, which is all about a level playing field. And the thing about it that's it's so ironic, it's sick, is that this technology would help free those that have, not had a fair opportunity at the level playing field, or whatever story you want to tell, right? The point is to bring up those that are unbanked, underbanked. Plenty of that happening here in the United States of America. But it's, once again, not really so much of a focus when we've allowed millions upon tens of millions of other people to show up and they get to come participate in our economy, right? And so this is putting pressure on housing, pressure on jobs. And then when it comes to currencies, if we got some legislation on stablecoins and broader cryptocurrencies, that would help a lot of people be able to receive services that they wouldn't be able to otherwise, that they would be able to access systems in a new financial system where they're not getting hit for fees on everything that they do, just trying to transfer money to family. So, too little, too late for me and many. You guys let me know what you think, though, about this from the Kamala campaign on crypto policies right here. You guys let me know what you think. Another head scratcher for sure. Now, it's Ripple Swell Conference week, and the hype is already building, and these folks can't wait to go to Ripple Swell Conference. This is Grayscale hyping it up right here. Our head of product and research, that's Rehana Sharif Askari, will be speaking on Ripple Swell panel, The Convergence of Blockchain Technology and AI. Securitize as well. At Ripple Swell Conference, Carlos Domingo joins Graham Rodford of Archax, Andrew Supek of Northern Trust, and James Wallace of Ripple to discuss the transformational power of tokenization in the digital era. Now, in a separate video, make sure you guys stay tuned for this one. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be laying out my Ripple Swell predictions. That's going to be dropping probably tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, where I think, just like this panel is going to be about tokenization, adoption, growth, and it's really going to exemplify my point that I've been making in this lawsuit, this staged lawsuit that's going to continue with an appeal, is not going to slow down the traction of Ripple and XRP at all. And in fact, the momentum is already building. Now, speaking of momentum building, I want to get to this big XRP prediction from BitBoy Crypto. Now, I know many people don't necessarily like BitBoy. They don't like that he tried to say that he's the supreme leader of the XRP army. The main point that I'm going to make here, though, is that I think that BitBoy's trying to save his reputation, and that's why he's been sticking to his guns on XRP, right? He was late. He said that it was going to settle up. XRP was going to go to $4 or whatever his prediction was, and he got hammered for that. But he isn't relenting, right? Just like so many of us, he's saying, hey, yeah, the timeline is extending on XRP, but we still see a huge breakout. We still see a huge move for XRP. It is coming. And I think that why I'm watching this, because, yeah, BitBoy, I've had a few issues with, some of the things that he said, some of the projects that he's shilled, and some of the ways that he's done things. Sure, I get that. But the point being, this guy, he's trying to save face. He's trying to save his reputation. He's been disgraced for his own personal matters, for all this. So what's he doing? He's sticking to his guns with XRP, right? And so you guys let me know what you think about this one. BitBoy Ben Armstrong predicts XRP will replace meme coins this cycle. All that money will flow into XRP as utility is approaching. Let's listen in on this clip right here.
Where all the money flowed in, right? This is going to sound really crazy. I think XRP will replace meme tokens in the next cycle. And what I mean by that is that's where all the money flowed in, right? This is going to sound really crazy. I think XRP will replace meme tokens in the next cycle.
And we are a little bit crazy over here in the XRP community. BitBoy Crypto, I think, has some deals going on there as well. But what's important to understand is that we've seen so much liquidity flowing on Solana, so many of these other chains, that has been driven by memes. And we've always said that many people just don't even know that you can do all the meme stuff on XRP Ledger. What's so interesting about the XRP Ledger is that it's open source, permissionless, and anybody can throw up their memes throw up their NFTs and play around with the XRP ledger. But at the same time, as we're going to be discussing with Ripple Swell Conference, the biggest institutions and business professionals in the world are also using the XRP ledger. So it's like we can have the best of both worlds here. It's just a matter of getting the word out that you can start to do a little bit more programmability and functionality with the XRP ledger. That's coming through the additional amendments. You already can do tokens and NFTs and all that, but additional programmability and functions are on the way. And with that, if we can get the attention, right, XRP documentary, I've talked about other catalysts as well, Ripple stablecoin, bring in liquidity, bring in attention, and we start to see these flows on the XRP ledger. See, right now, we only settle a couple billion in trading per day with XRP, right? XRP trading only accounts for a few $1 billion, I think, is kind of the average that we trade right now. Meanwhile, you look on these networks like Solana, they're getting billions of dollars of volume on a daily basis that's primarily from memes, right? So there's plenty of money flowing around the system. There's still plenty of money to come in. And I think that BitBoy lays out a case that kind of relates to what many of us hold as a thesis, is that XRP's time to shine is coming. And when you look at XRP too, it has all the riddles, it has all the conspiracies, it has all the memes. They can make fun of us. But the one thing that drives everybody is making money. And in the crypto space, particularly greed. So when it comes to making money, in BitBoy's case, I think he wants to save his reputation, and he wants to do so with XRP, making that prediction, making that call. That's why he's sticking to it. But what drives everybody into XRP, they can't help themselves. This is why they have an XRP moonbag, even though they trash on XRP and hate on XRP, is because everybody loves making money. And they know it's coming. They know it is inevitable. Whether that's a $5, $10, or even a higher target for XRP, we will see, but they know it's not going to be a 50-cent coin forever. XRP will replace memes. I think that we're going to probably have some memes coming to the XRP ledger, and there's a lot more liquidity coming through the stablecoin, real-world asset tokenization. I'll be covering it more with my Ripple Swell prediction and our coverage of Ripple Swell Conference this week. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and let me know what you think about BitBoy's big XRP prediction. Will XRP replace meme coins this cycle? Let me know in the comments down below if you appreciate what we're doing. Make sure we tap it or smack it on the way out. We can share it out far and wide to help get the message out. Really do appreciate it. Everything else is at ZachRector.com, including all of our community resources and our private community. Can't wait to see you in there. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.